Onivia, League of Legends highlights, powered by ArcaneBet.com. Bet live on esports.
So maybe they'll try and run Renekton into the Kiana.
Yep, could be a decent matchup. Of course, Bruises against Assassins has always worked out in the past. We'll see who's going to be heading over there. Faker at the moment hovering over early on in this game. You're mentioning the priority situation as Faker's going to slice, dice, get himself out. And Afreeca, no way.
Because how are you going to assassinate a Varus? Through everyone and with a Devour. So I think SKT just trying to keep the map predictable. So far the game state suits them.
Yeah, well, we're looking for a gank. Effort is here though. Headbutt Polv onto the Renekton, but Meek with full rage is going to get him back up to pretty high health. There's the Impale though. Dread has been spotted out immediately. Goes into the stasis, and there's the ult from the Kiana. The supremacy we've been waiting for the first blood, as Senon's getting it turned on, but has the ultimate available. And Afreeca, Shelly's been started. Everyone has converged. Aiming, taking a little longer to get here, but they have slowed damage on this Rift Herald. Headbutt Polv, but only onto one. Cannon Barrage flies forward, and immediately Effort is destroyed. But Hemo Plague into the backline can't. Sanguine Pool is there. The barrel doesn't do anything, as Chains of Corruption may turn this one. A double stun, but Vision Control is there, and Faker is going to be able to grab a kill over the side of SKT. Flash Impale comes forward. Clid hasn't found the kills yet, though, as Yukal dives on forward. He thinks that this is his time, and Senon gets into the backline. He'll be able to take down the cow, as Afreeca may have found the chaos that they've been looking for. It is going to be an even trade in the end, 3 for 3.
This is definitely the scene of a crime if SKT walk up. So smartly, they say, well, don't want to give up a Mountain Drake. Spectre's Cowl against an AD opponent with TP. In all of the hype, the rotation happens. And speaking of rotations, looking for Keen.
Yep, he's going to get stunned up there. Eats the oranges a little bit too late as the barrel comes down. Is going to be able to pop it, wanting to turn this, but doesn't have Cannon Barrage, unfortunately. So that's going to mean that's a very dead Pirate on the bottom side, and Faker gets his third kill. Killing spree.
Around the area that they, in fact, do ping.
Yeah. That being said, they don't spot him at the moment as he moves out. And now has been spotted. The rest of SKT converging. A teleport is going to come forward as Khan makes his way towards the top side, finds a 4-man Hemo Plague. Gigantic damage, but there's the supreme display of talent, not actually getting the value that it wants, as the Cannon Barrage is very late. Yukal survives for a while, but eventually will go down, and Aiming just can't find the skill shots. Flashed on and obliterated by Faker as Keen is running for the hills. He's seen these abyssal voyages, not quite able to get the damage. Yes! The passive enough in the end, but it's only a very small.
Onto the Varus as well, so a lot of incremental defensive itemization.
All right, Dread just going to get pounced on there by Faker as Baron gets very angry. Oh, the last auto, he is dead! Oh my god, he had Zhonya's!
He should have Zhonya's, it was mid-flight.
Now in the area, Afreeca looking like they will be trying to fight. Dread is going to be up 8 seconds. He's never making it to this fight. As Chains of Corruption comes down, Yukal diving into the backline, gets himself the supreme display of talent, but the explosion not quite big enough. Faker is going to go down though, is now aiming, getting turned on. The Hemo Plague's huge. The last Tides of Blood going to be enough. Double kill coming in for Khan. He threaded those abilities just fine. And SKT will take the Baron, and a huge advantage in game number 1.
Here comes Dread, front row to see the bad news. He's re-engaging.
That is a 3-man body slam as Khan into the Sanguine Pool. It's not even going to die. Insult meet injury. SKT in the
over the wall, and when she comes in, damn, do we have some crowd control to bring her down.
Yep, and they dealt with it very, very nicely. We're going to see in the picture-in-picture, this was such a close game up until that Baron, where everything went wrong for Afreeca. Clid gets the flash, gets the Impale, and that is a very dead Gragas. I believe Zhonya's was even on cooldown at that stage. And SKT, it's feeling very elementary. Khan, he knows this feeling, but this time he's got backup. Effort is going to make his way in. Faker teleported, gets into the backline. Meek to get all of his health back. As Keen has to eat oranges to get out of the way of the open maw of this crocodile. Teddy moves over as well, and Afreeca just can't do anything. This is the tower we prepared earlier. Khan has a pull that he's going to utilize here, and Teddy taking matters into his own hands, sidestepping the Mystic shots beautifully.
He's
and a second inhibitor is going to go down.
He's frontline just a zone away.
Over that man advantage that we talk about with these sort of pushes when you have a lead like this is with SKT as Yukal. He's just trying to find his way in. Faker has to go into his Zhonya's. as he is going to get knocked down to the Guardian Angel. Now, Yukal moves his way in, still hasn't used that ultimate just yet. Does eventually throw it down, but it is not going to be enough, as Effort is going to get turned on. He's going to have to flash, has himself the thick skin, but remember, doesn't last quite as long now as aiming, wants to find the Mystic Shot, is going to be able to do it. After a cheeky E, and now Baron could be available for the Afreeca Freecs. It is not over yet.
They're trying to force it around Baron. No TPs to try to backdoor. Look at the base. It's in, it tatters, but there's no way actually for SKT to turn on to that. So
sometimes you have to all in, as the Baron should just be taken. The Mountain Drake is going to be the trade that SKT accept. And understanding your limits is certainly something here. And SKT, with only 3 members, weren't able to challenge Afreeca. So
the fight is doing his job. That'd be a great trade of effectiveness, given that Yukal's got a pretty dull blade.
Well, that's a Chains of Corruption landing there. Faker looks for his way in, but Dread is going to use that Zhonya's. Khan finds his way into the backline.
Baby!
Oh my god. The explosion of damage. Ezreal was there for a second, gone the next Senin. Unbreakable will, but I believe it's going to be broken now. Yukal comes in and says, guys, where did you go? I was looking for a flank, and this is just a 1 versus 3. He is mopped up easily, sliced, diced, prepared for dinner. And SKT looking for the game #1 win, and they'll find it. Nexus turrets will be taken down. Afreeca, they found that surprise Baron at the end, but not quite enough as the Nexus explodes, and SKT, 1 more, and they'll be moving on to face Sandbox in the next round.
Not a flawless performance by SKT, but an effective one where we looked at their draft and said, this regular season, we're thinking AD. Melee, it is Yasuo.
Oh man, Yasuo Draven. Talk about a last round of picks here. Topside, and Afreeca going to use this as an opportunity to pick up the Cloud Drake, even more movement speed here for this composition. Effort's going to move up, but he's a little bit too late to stop anything. We'll see whether with the Q. Now Keen hard shoving. Could be a plate gank as Yukal is going to come over. We're actually looking to go for a dive here. Keen flashing forward, gets himself the root exhaust. Down onto Khan, but gets the stun. Max range ultimate comes in first blood once again. Over to Afreeca Freecs as Keen picks it up, despite Dread also having that idea. Protecting on the top side. Khan still without flash. This is an opportunity as Dread, Arctic Assault, and the flash. Realm Warp going to come in as they're looking for the dive. Arctic Assault goes wide, but they may still just have the damage. The Q is going to land. Dread takes a fair bit of damage. Fade away jump shot on the ultimate is going to secure it. A little bit choppy, but otherwise absolutely fine.
This piggy is the law. The cuffs go on. The prison. Ezreal. Not going to hit there.
Good guy Keen thinking that the Ezreal ult was the old one.
But at the end of the day, imprisoned was a good old cannon. Still, Here is Yukal smashing down the Inferno that they synergize with very on the nose.
He is such a chameleon. Clid now moving into the brush. Another Clid makes his way out towards the Draven as now Yukal is being impaled. They're looking for him. He's not actually going to throw it out. Faker being taken down very low. Whirling Death flies in as there's the Pop Blossom, but he's booped out of the way. The Mountain Drake has been started. Effort gets the Devour and Regurgitate over the wall as Senin flashes just the right time. The AoE from this dive right on top. They've got the Earth, Wind, and Fire in the Dragons. 2 of those really, really good at taking down this Purple Worm. It's taken off the board. Yukal might be the sacrificial lamb, but he's going to flash to try and get himself out of the way. SKT want to kill as many of these Barons as they possibly can. Dread, great sidestep. Item ahead with perfect itemization for taking down this little Pikachu in a side lane. Now, a few people here is, okay, we're going aggressive onto the Yasuo, finds himself the last breath onto Effort, but 1 versus 4, I have a feeling that SKT should be able to get this one done, and they do. That's just the inting Yasuos that you guys come to expect from all of your adoration stacks still there. You can see 775 real blue on these blades as Khan might be the first one. Aiming, looking for it, gets it! Huge cash in for the Draven. Looking to take down the inhibitor here as well, and the Afreeca Freecs. They are such a driving force.
So smart use of resources there from Afreeca. Speaking of resources.
Hook lands onto Clid. He can't do anything. Whirling Death is going to equal the end for the Skarner. Another one comes in. Pop Blossom from Faker finds it, but only onto Dread, as now Faker's copping damage from Keen up towards the top side. Oh God, Khan. Nothing he can do. Faker obliterated. Realm Warp delivers the Afreeca Freecs into the open arms of the Tom Kenshru. Goes golden to represent how much money he's worth as Senin takes him down. Teddy gets a kill off the back end, but 1 versus 4, I have a feeling this means game number 3.
Absolutely, game number 2 is over, and the Draven Yasuo will hold the result here.
Flash forward, stand aside, Teddy. Aiming, looking to win this game, and Afreeca even out the series.
It's gone red side so far in game number 1 and game number Atlas, and I mentioned that Keen is a big Jax player. Khan also has played Jax, played it in the famous Longzhou final victory over SKT 2 years ago. Do you have a plan to attack bot lane? The answer is yes. They don't get the summer the first time, but they're trying to give Teddy an effort as much as possible to stop Draven and Thresh from exerting their will, and Faker's here too.
Yeah, even able to get over that wall. It's a good play there from Senin. Flashes out of the way, but the abscond, stand aside, not enough. First blood over to Clid. Teleports in everywhere as Yukal gets a huge ring of frost, but Clid is going to be okay. Gets the health back, I believe, from
this much aggro. Dread and Clid.
Yeah, face check comes in from Clid, but Arctic Assault already used there from Dread.
Kiana's walking up as well. She just got her ultimate.
Yep, so Faker going to be able to throw people into walls, but Khan taking a turret shot. He's lower than they otherwise want him to be. They dive on forward, but there's the ult, there's the damage, and here's the SKT that wants to make that gauntlet run.
How are you going to play around it? Definitely all early signs are that SKT a lot more.
Got that Terra-shaped river buff on the queue as well. Definitely the highest value that you want for these scenarios. Flash forward from King, gets the frozen tomb. And there we go, Faker throws out the ult, doesn't get the highest of value, and Keen's now found his way. It could be the turnaround potentially here, but Khan is just dancing around. The skill shot leaps back in, is going to fall, but it's still a 1 trade from SKT and whirling down.
Drake going to be almost exclusively contested by SKT. It resets a little bit.
Yeah, Senin throws a ward over, but Dread decides, nope, I don't want to go into my own prison. Is now Keen looking for the solo kill against Khan. There's the flash forward. Counter-Strike has come down, but in goes Yukal. Not going to be a solo kill today, as Yukal just jumps his way forward with the flash, guarantees the kill, and Keen's going to pick it up.
That's a good fight back. Side of Afreeca Freecs, as here is that roaming play that we saw earlier.
Yep, Whirling Death is going to come in and at least deal with this minion wave as Keen spots Khan, but he does get rid of the turret aggro. A fantastic ultimate, but not enough from Keen there at all, as Clid's going to lock down yet another kill. 3-0 and 3. Without any contest, as we're a minute away from that Baron being on the map. And SKT wanting to play around it as far as 1-3-1, but it was very, very late. Wasn't able to wield that for any sort of dominance in the laning phase. As you can see, money's actually very even between the AD carries. As, yeah, he has to pop the Unbreakable Will, and the Chain Lash just going to be stepped aside from, and that is free Adoration stacks cashed in. Effort just roaming around.
Was, the cherry on top.
Yep, that is a BF Sword's worth of gold as aiming instantly cleanses to get out of that glacial prison that Clid hijacked. Effort through towards him.
Heard about it over the wall.
Yukal's going to get through there. Okay, Effort slowed down by the Winter's Wrath, flayed back as well. And now Effort with the Unbreakable Will. I have a feeling that is named completely wrong. The will seems to be broken for the SKT support.
Yeah, said Protobelt, but of course meant a Hex Flash over the wall, the only way you were going to get over there. Now there's more, though.
Yeah, looking for the fight back as Dread is going to immediately explode. The huge fanfare with the ultimate from Faker, and Yukal stares down the members of SKT as he goes golden, but is still able to get out of there. Clid is going to get hooked up, but is able to take down the kill. Onto Keen, goes golden there as well. Now Teddy looking for the cleanup. Yukal aiming to get back, but Faker says, I don't care, mate. Come at me. We're going to take a Baron.
And SKT mop up the mess of their support and get so many kills in an area Afreeca had no business over forcing in. The cooldowns run down. They turn onto Baron, like you mentioned, Atlas. This is Kai'Sa, one of the highest Baron damage dealers of all. This time is going to be fine, and how about a Baron for the Alistar?
And that is
dabs onto a Kai'Sa. You can't actually dive for further damage, and Faker's cleanup is what guarantees them Baron and another lead change.
Yep, and now Clid might be in trouble. Faker finds his way towards the bottom side though, and boom goes the dynamite. See you later, Keen. Now Clid could be in trouble, but Dread cannot get any.
The CS leads, apart from bot lane, have flattened a bit. The objectives, especially when it comes to mountains, being what has been the way that SKT came back after their 1-5 start. Their 9-match win streak, as we'll hold the point for a second.
Tactical sweep going to come through here as Clid picks up a prison. Dread unperturbed, still looking for Khan. Khan going to avoid a lot of the CC though, and there's Klid's Prison. Way more damage onto Keen. Mitigates a bit of it, but Faker just picks up another one. The assassination of the SKT mid laner is gigantic, and Dread goes golden for a second, but it's still the same fate. Yukal, he's going to have a repeat. It is going to be the double kill for Faker. Will he be able to tidy up the next one? Sorry, double kill coming in for Klid now, as it was 1 for 1 each side.
Inhibitor, 1 by 1 they fall. 100% kill participation coming through for both their jungler and their mid laner. That's how they got back into the season, reintegrating Klid and reconfiguring.
Going to be very difficult for anyone to take Teddy down. The items on this SKT squad are just huge, and Khan looking for the flank. Teddy actually starting this one up. Supercharges in the back line. Immediately Senin is dealt with. Whirling Death is not that this time, as another Hex Flash from Effort is going to do some zoning. Unbreakable Will is there this time, and Klid throws out the prison once again. They're diving straight into the back line. Who cares about turrets as Klid has the Zonyas? We're not going to find the Void Seekers. Teddy's still chasing after the Afreeca Freecs, and this is the SKT dominance that we've wanted to see this series.
They might be trying to close the game here. 2 members down, only 3 left, only wave clears Draven.
Definitely have higher health bars though, as Aiming just looking to try and keep himself safe in the backline. The dive of this SKT squad is really huge, but if Aiming can get that first kill, if they can get the snowball rolling, they might be able to do some work. But Keen, you can't be moving that far forward. He's now got a stopwatch, so he's able to get himself into untargetability, but now can't re-engage. Good hook lands, and Effort is once again going to go down. SKT's push is thwarted for the moment.
From the first round against Kingzone, looking for a pick here, trying to take a Baron as a response to SKT.
Yep, Teddy. Void Seeker did fly forward. He's tagged up Aiming with that one. Khan teleports in. Okay, Senin looks for it. They're going to take down Klid. That's a huge one. Another cash-in comes in. 5 members of Afreeca will be around this Baron. Now SKT trying to get in there. Remember, Faker's ultimate so useful. Instantly clashes the prison. Tries to dodge the hook, but he can't. It's another kill coming in for the Draven. The Baron is super low, but now Afreeca are focusing. SKT members. Khan trying to get the work done, but he's unable to do so. It's the Baron falling in on their
Kai'Sa in order to force a fight, but Keen buying enough time for recalls gives Afreeca Freecs a second life.
That's what nerves can do. As now Afreeca, there's a big angry dragon between them and SKT. As Keen, he's found Faker, but in goes Teddy. The explosion, the damage. Klid has stolen away the Elder Drake, and now SKT a huge edge in the team fight. Yukal now down so low. Teddy dives forward. That's veteran C for you. Double kill for the Kai'Sa. 1 for the Jax. And a very dead Draven. SKT have done it, and they will now be faced.
Is what separates these two teams. SK Telecom T1 will move forward to the best of 5 stage. It was a much closer series on the day than we could have predicted, but you can tell that the SKT faithful are amped to see that the run does not end here.
Yeah, before those cheers, they had to remove their hearts from their throats, though, Papa Smithy. This is... Whoa, that was not the series I was expecting. I was expecting explosiveness, but I didn't think it would be quite this close. That felt like a death sentence away from Afreeca being able to find something in that fight, but in the